All the money goes to the Open Hand Foundation, an organization that we started in honor of my mom, and all that money goes to dementia research. We don't touch any of it. We just work with the people who do need the money, and we help them do their thing.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Now, me and Carl actually started a conversation with Jirard to get his side of the story, and he confirms that the money is still sitting in the account.
To answer your question, Carl, I don't have an answer. You know, I think that's my fuck up. I have personally donated to AFTD and Alzheimer's Association over the years, and that's where, again, I assumed the money was going there to support them as we were talking negotiations about working with them. I don't really have a true answer for that, and that's on me completely, and I will own up to that. But, you know,
are you serious right now, bro?
Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another video. So it looks like we have another update on the whole Completionist Open Hand Foundation situation, which I have already talked about this twice in 2 videos around 2 weeks ago. And I'm hoping that you did watch those videos, because then you should be familiar with the situation. But if you happen to have missed those videos, here's a little bit of a refresher. So 2 weeks ago on November 13th, the YouTuber Carl Jobs put out a video called "This Charity is Lying to You." And in this video, he goes over how this charity that the Completionist owns, the Open Hand Foundation, a charity that supposedly is supposed to be raising money for dementia research in honor of his mother, who sadly passed away from FTD around 10 years ago, has not donated any of the money that they have raised over the years to the cause, despite saying that the money was going to the cause. And Carl Jobs and Mutahar, Some Ordinary Gamers, deep dive into the financial records of this charity, and what they notice is really suspicious. They notice that out of like the $600,000 that the Open Hand Foundation had made over the years, the money that they were claiming to give to dementia research, apparently it hadn't been donated to any cause, and it supposedly is sitting in an account somewhere doing nothing. And it's like, the problem with this is that they were claiming that they were giving the money to organizations, and they simply just weren't doing that. And that's why people are saying that the Completionist lied, because quite frankly he did. They gave none of the money to the organizations that they were claiming they were going to be giving it to, and the only money that happened to be being spent was on operational costs. Now, due to all this weird shit going on, Mutahar and Carl Jobs investigated, in which, like I said, Carl Jobs put out his video, and then a little bit later Mutahar put out his video, and in his video, him and Carl Jobs happened to get into a call with the Completionist, and in this call, the Completionist admits to knowing that the money hadn't been donated, and supposedly why the money hadn't been donated was because they were looking for a place to donate the money. Now, in my personal opinion, I don't really know if I can believe that or not, because it has been years, and the money to this day, right now, has not been donated. Like, how hard is it to find a place to give $600,000 to? Like, just because the Alzheimer's Association doesn't want to accept your money for some reason, that doesn't mean that there aren't other options out there on where you can give this money to. And it really doesn't make sense to me that it has taken literally years to find an organization to give this money to, and you still haven't given it to anybody. And that's why this is overall a really suspicious situation. But what if I told you it gets even worse with the recent updates? So as of yesterday, November 30th, Carl Jobs put out a video titled "The Open Hand Charity Scam is So Much Worse." And this video has absolutely blown up, with it being viewed more than 600,000 times in the first 16 hours. And with the amount of views that it has been getting within the first 16 hours, it has made it to the 17th spot on trending for gaming. So this definitely is not a small topic, and it's a terrible look for the Completionist. And you're probably wondering, where is the Completionist? Why hasn't he really made a public statement about this, trying to clear everything up? And why is he sort of just really quiet about this, hoping that it like blows over, I guess? Like, it's really weird, because if you're innocent and you didn't mean for it to be this way, and you didn't mean to scam people, because that's technically what these guys did, you probably would have been transparent about it, and you would have told people what was going on. You wouldn't have gone into hiding. Like, something doesn't add up here with the money not being donated when they had many opportunities to do so. And it's also like you're being flamed. You're literally being outed as a scammer, and you're just doing nothing about it. Like, I don't get it. Now, moving on, the main new information information that has been presented in this video happens to be that yes, the completionist is technically a scammer because he quite literally promised many times throughout the years that this money would be going to dementia research, and that's where people thought their money was going, but it turns out that he lied and still to this day has not donated any of that money. So yes, technically he is a scammer, and he scammed people out of a total of like $650,000, I think it was, and that is a huge amount of money. Now the other big piece of information that has came out is that the Open Hand Foundation has been hosting another event ever since 2003, and this event was called the PBD West Convenience Cup Challenge, and essentially it's a golfing tournament that happens once a year, and supposedly they raise money for the Open Hand Foundation through sponsorships with some pretty big companies. Now keep in mind that this event started in 2003 and the Open Hand Foundation didn't exist until 2014. So who really knows if the money from 2003 all the way until 2014 was actually going to the Open Hand Foundation or not.
The Indieland charity marathon hosted by the Completionist began in 2018, but since 2003, the Khalil family has been hosting a yearly golf tournament called the PBD West Convenience Cup Challenge. PBD West is a business founded by Jirard's father, Charles Khalil, in 1992. Now, despite the Open Hand Foundation website saying it has been fundraising since 2003, there is no record of the Open Hand Foundation existing before 2014, when it was registered as a non-profit. If you look at photos from the golf tournament before this time, there is no mention of Open Hand. In contrast to 2015 onwards, where signage clearly states it's benefiting the Open Hand Foundation, earlier years simply showed that it was benefiting frontotemporal dementia.
Alright, so this easily could have been an error, but like that's just crazy. PBD West charity event benefiting frontotemporal dementia. Like you're telling me, out of all the people who looked at this, one of the first people to realize that that was a typo or something happened to be Carl Jobs. Like that's just crazy, man. That's all I have to say about that. But anyways, moving on. For the rest of the video, Carl Jobs goes over some financial info from the PBD West Convenience Cup Challenge, and I'm not going to play any of that segment in my video because my video is already going on for long enough. And I mean, regardless of if I show this or not, it does still look really bad for Jirard and the Open Hand Foundation because this includes whoever is affiliated with the company. And like I said in my past videos, it's like I don't understand why they can't just donate the money and just get it over with, because despite the fact that they scam people, I mean, I think people would be happy if they would just donate the money already. Like it just doesn't make sense, and there has to be something illegal going on behind the scenes. And I'm really hoping that the IRS and the authorities do look into this because it's highly suspicious, and the people who donated to this charity definitely do deserve to have their money go to where you said it was supposed to go instead of just sitting there doing nothing. Like it's such a shitty thing to tell people, oh, it's going here and it's going towards dementia research, only for them to realize years later that their money and their donations did nothing and it helped nothing. Like these guys are genuinely pieces of shit for what they have done, and I really wouldn't be surprised if these guys were to get arrested for what they have done. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the video right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, my name is Breone, waiting for this damn money to be donated, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.